Good evening everybody and welcome back to the channel. I'm on my fourth shift of the week. I've got a pretty easy one tonight, so I'll tell you about it later. Great to have you back, and great to have you still subscribing to the channel and still following me on my journey. And to all you newcomers that's come to the channel, I'm really pleased that you're enjoying the content and that you're following me. I think it's amazing. Just gives me a buzz just to see my numbers getting higher and higher. So please smash that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Right, so what's going off? The BBC have caused a bit of controversy in the women's sports, especially the football, because they've announced the females or the women's footballer of the year to somebody whose testosterone level is way above average. I mean Everest type, because the person that's won it has already failed two transgender tests and was banned, I think, in 2022 from the African World Cup team. But yet the BBC award them the Women's Footballer of the Year. I mean, they reckon it's just a publicity stunt from the BBC. Personally myself, I think the BBC should just be binned. I really do. The same as what's happening with CNN and CNBC or NBC or whatever they call it. That's soon going to be up for sale because it's basically a left-wing distribution of news. Apparently they're going to be selling it. Which I think is brilliant, because and that's only just been brought on by the presidential campaigns that Trump was doing and that laughing hyena Harris. I think it's absolutely brilliant. I really do. And it was absolutely amazing. I thought it was absolutely amazing that he had Elon Musk on his side, one of the richest men in the world. I think he's one of the most powerfulest men in the world. I think he's absolutely awesome. And what they said about him buying Twitter for something like 26 billion or something like that, and then turning it into X, and then when he took over he got rid of 80% of the workforce, which were mainly woke idiots. He totally binned them all, and they said, it's going to go down the pan, that's it, it's finished. It's probably one of the biggest platforms in the world now for free speech. But apparently now the Welsh police and a lot of the police forces around the UK have been told you cannot use X because it's spreading misinformation or disinformation or whatever. And I think that's only just been brought on by the Southport stabbing, which to be quite honest, I think the information that should have been brought out by the police should have been brought out correctly, and it wasn't. And in my eyes, from the police, for the police, it was misinformation from them, which caused all those riots in Southport. I think if they'd have given the information right at the very beginning, it might not have caused all those riots. It might not have, but no, that they withheld information that the public should have known about, and inevitably that's what happened. A lot of people got arrested for calling police bad names because they are hurtful, or that they kicked a shield. Yep. So now the police force have been told not to use X. It's just absolute. The world has gone absolutely mental. It really has. I'm really pleased, because it's only another 51 days, I think, before he takes office. He's won the Senate, he's won the House. Trump's in. He's going to start endorsing a lot of his policies, and one of them, and I'm really pleased about, because I've harped on quite a few of my videos, that he's going to stop transgender men from going into women's sports. And I think it's absolutely amazing. That is probably one of the best news I've ever heard, because I'm passionate about my sports. I'm passionate about my golf. I used to like football in the past. I like any sports whatsoever. It's entertainment at the end of the day, and to stop transgender men going into women's sports, it has got to be the pinnacle of anything that's going to happen. I really do, because for one thing, it's a kick in the teeth for the wokes and for the transgenders. So yeah, if you're thinking about transgendering down to a woman and entering into women's sports, yeah, think again, because it's not going to happen. He's going to stop it. He said he's going to stop it. So, which I think is absolutely phenomenal. And the same thing goes for transgender men being in ladies' restrooms or changing rooms or restrooms or toilets or whatever. That should not happen at all, and they're lobbying for that as well. I think there's some politician in America. I can't remember her name, but she's lobbying for that as well, and I think that's absolutely awesome. And fair play to her. You know, she's standing up against this, and it's causing mayhem with the woke and the transgenders, and I think it's absolutely brilliant, because I feel that this wokeness, it's like a cult. And you remember back in the 80s when we had the yuppies, the young upwardly frigging whatever, with mobile phones that look like a house brick and all that, and they're investing in millions and millions of pounds, and they're rich daddies and blah blah blah. Yeah, you don't hear about them anymore. Where are they? I think it's going to be ironed out in the future, especially when Trump gets in. I think he's gonna really get a grip of it. All this wokeness, and it's happening. It's happening now. Like I said, with Walmart, they've took off the shelves of anything that's transgender, which I think is absolutely brilliant, because this literature is out there for kids, and they shouldn't be seeing that. They should be growing up as kids, as children, enjoying themselves, not wondering about, oh crikey, should I be a girl or a boy? They shouldn't go that at such a young age. So I'm absolutely buzzing that, you know, these companies are doing that, and Walmart are making a stance. $650 billion worth of company is finally saying, nah, we're not having it anymore. It's going to stop. So I think that's what's going to happen in the future. I think eventually wokeism is just going to be eradicated in the future, and like I say, I think Trump's going to bring it more to the forum, and he's going to batten down on it, and I hope he does. I really hope he does, because what happens over the pond mirrors what's going to happen in the UK, and I cannot wait. I really can't wait, because for one thing, he's going to go headhunting over here. The Foreign Secretary, watch out! I think he's coming for you. And the Lord Mayor of London, he's going to definitely come for you, because of all those evil things that you said about him. And I caught an interview with him, and he was saying, like, you know, it's like your two buddies where, you know, you just got to you've got to say something to your friend to bring them down to a level where, you know, you can talk to them properly, and by calling them, you know, names. I'm sorry, but you wouldn't call your friend a fascist, an Islamophobe, a racist, a bigot, a womanizer. You just wouldn't say that to your friend. You say to your friend, like, you're an idiot, you're a dickhead, or something like that. That's what you say to a buddy, jokingly. You don't call him a fascist or anything like that. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting what he does to him when he comes over to the UK, and I cannot wait. I really can't wait. It's going to be brilliant. It's going to be biblical. It really is. Just watch this space. Drop me a remark if you think anything like that is ever going to happen. I hope it does. I really hope it does, because this country at the moment needs a real good kick up the arse. The government isn't doing it at the moment. They're just destroying the country, and I think it needs a lift. It needs a lift, and I think Trump he's gonna do it. He's gonna be the man. He really is. I think he is. That's my thoughts. Tell me your thoughts. I'd love to hear them. Right, that's it for me. I'm going to get me down for an hour, because I think I need it. The night before, I didn't get much sleep. The morning before, I didn't get much sleep, and sort of caught up a bit today, but just wasn't enough. So I think I'm going to get me down for an hour, and then I'm going to take a nice slow drive up to Stoke, and then do my delivery and then come back, and then hopefully I've got to go to Sainsbury's Stoke and then to Premier Food Stoke, which is literally 5 mile away, so I've got to pick a trailer up there and then come back, and then that's me finished, so I should be finished pretty early. So that is it for me. Drive safe, look after yourself, watch out for those lunatics, because they are bloody everywhere. Like, subscribe, please leave me a comment on anything that I've covered tonight. I'd really appreciate it, and I will see you for my 5th and final shift tomorrow. Take care, guys. Cheers.